Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda is a spiritual classic that has inspired millions of readers worldwide. The book offers a profound insight into the world of Eastern spirituality, yoga, and the nature of the human soul. It details Yogananda's life, his spiritual development, and his experiences with yoga, gurus, and divine teachings. Here's a detailed 1,000-word summary of this transformative autobiography. Early life and spiritual inclinations. The book begins with Yogananda recounting his birth and early childhood in Gorakhpur, India, on January 5, 1893. Born into a devout Bengali family, he was named Mukunda Lal Ghosh. Even from a young age, he displayed deep spiritual tendencies. Unlike most children, his heart and mind were set on finding God. His father, an executive with a British railway company, supported him in his spiritual endeavors, although he valued education and discipline. Mukunda's early life was marked by a series of mystical experiences that convinced him of the existence of a higher reality. His mother, who had a deep influence on him, passed away when he was only 11 years old. This event deeply affected him and strengthened his resolve to pursue the spiritual path. Mukunda often visited saints and holy men, seeking their blessings and guidance. These early experiences nurtured his burning desire to find a true guru. The search for a guru. One of the key aspects of Yogananda's life, as told in the book, is his search for a spiritual teacher or guru. As a youth, he was deeply drawn to the ascetic life of renunciation and mysticism. He had heard about many yogis and saints, but none seemed to match his deep longing for divine wisdom. Eventually, at the age of 17, his prayers were answered when he met his guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar Giri, a renowned Kriya Yoga master. Yogananda describes his first encounter with Sri Yukteswar as a powerful spiritual experience. He felt an immediate connection with the guru, who he recognized as his spiritual guide. From then on, Sri Yukteswar became his teacher, guiding him not just in yogic techniques but in the understanding of life's ultimate truths. Under Sri Yukteswar's tutelage, Yogananda learned the ancient science of Kriya Yoga, a meditation technique aimed at accelerating spiritual growth and uniting the soul with God. Kriya, Yoga, and the science of meditation. A significant portion of the autobiography is dedicated to explaining Kriya Yoga, which is central to Yogananda's teachings. He presents Kriya Yoga as a powerful spiritual tool that allows individuals to control the life force within the body, still the mind, and experience God. According to Yogananda, practicing Kriya Yoga helps cleanse the mind of negative thoughts, quiet the senses, and eventually leads to a direct perception of God. Yogananda does not limit the discussion to Kriya Yoga alone, but delves into broader spiritual topics, exploring the interplay between science and religion. He emphasizes that yoga is not just a physical practice but a science of self-realization. Through meditation, one can experience the higher states of consciousness and achieve inner peace. Journey to the West. In 1920, Yogananda felt divinely guided to travel to the West to spread the teachings of yoga and spirituality. He arrived in America to attend a religious conference in Boston. His initial lectures on yoga and meditation were met with great enthusiasm, and he soon established the Self-Realization Fellowship, SRF, to help disseminate his teachings on a global scale. Yogananda's approach was revolutionary for the Western world at the time. He blended the scientific method with spiritual wisdom, making Eastern practices like yoga and meditation accessible to a Western audience. He spoke about the unity of all religions, emphasizing that the goal of life is to realize one's oneness with the divine. Yogananda's teachings resonated with many prominent individuals, including scientists, intellectuals, and celebrities. Encounters with saints and mystics. Throughout the autobiography, Yogananda recounts numerous encounters with saints, mystics, and yogis from both the East and the West. These include famous figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Anandamayi Ma, and Sri Yukteswar. One of the most fascinating aspects of the book is the vivid descriptions of miracles and mystical experiences that Yogananda either witnessed or heard about from these saints. He shares stories of saints who could levitate, perform miraculous healings, and predict future events with startling accuracy. While these accounts might seem fantastical, Yogananda presents them in a way that emphasizes their deeper spiritual significance. These miracles, according to Yogananda, are manifestations of higher spiritual powers, which are attainable through dedicated practice and devotion. The spiritual teachings. At the core of the autobiography is Yogananda's spiritual philosophy. He stresses that the true purpose of life is to realize God and achieve self-realization. According to Yogananda, God can be experienced directly through meditation, and every individual has the potential to attain this experience. He speaks of the importance of love, compassion, humility, and service in the spiritual journey. Yogananda's teachings also emphasize the interconnectedness of all faiths. He believed that all religions are paths to the same goal: union with God. His respect for different spiritual traditions is evident in his accounts of how he drew inspiration from both Hinduism and Christianity. Yogananda often referred to Jesus Christ and quoted passages from the Bible alongside those from Hindu scriptures, emphasizing that spiritual truths are universal. Legacy and conclusion. In the concluding chapters, Yogananda reflects on the lessons learned throughout his spiritual journey. He shares the deep sense of fulfillment that comes from living a life dedicated to God. Even though Yogananda passed away in 1952, his influence continues to this day through the Self-Realization Fellowship, which remains active in teaching Kriya Yoga and Yogananda's spiritual teachings worldwide. The final section of the book covers Sri Yukteswar's death and his posthumous visit to Yogananda. In this deeply moving passage, Sri Yukteswar appears to Yogananda in a vision and explains the nature of the afterlife. He describes the astral worlds, where souls go after physical death, and how they continue their spiritual evolution. This revelation profoundly impacted Yogananda, reinforcing his belief in the immortality of the soul and the eternal nature of the spiritual journey. Conclusion. Autobiography of a Yogi is more than just a memoir of Paramahansa Yogananda's life. It is a spiritual guide for seekers of truth. The book reveals the profound spiritual experiences of a yogi who dedicated his life to the pursuit of divine realization. Through his experiences, Yogananda shows that the spiritual path is open to all, regardless of cultural or religious background, and that through meditation, devotion, and practice, one can experience the divine firsthand. The autobiography not only provides insight into the life of one of the most influential spiritual teachers of the 20th century, but also serves as a practical manual for anyone seeking a deeper understanding of life's purpose. Yogananda's blending of Eastern spiritual wisdom with Western scientific thought continues to inspire millions, offering a timeless message of hope, unity, and self-realization.